Now I think that time was good. Manual, no headache, fuel it up for 5 or 10 dirhams. I think just because of the name and the way it was, nobody had a mat car, and it was air suspension. Okay, it was completely slammed to the ground. So I was amongst the first few people who did air suspension. Like nobody will back back those days. They will only cut the springs and they'll lower the car. That's it. I mean, nobody will go for hydraulic systems and all. I got it done. The air suspension, even those days, not a lot of garages, they were not fit to install hydraulics. But then I went to a couple of garages in DIP. One of them I hired and they were qualified. I was like, okay, we agreed to the amount. I'm like, bang, do it. 7 days, I left my car for 7 days and my car was ready. I was super happy, excited. And I announced immediately that, okay, I got this, okay. And everyone was like, wow, how much, this, that, okay. A lot of questions flowing in Instagram, WhatsApp, in the group. And then I was like super, because once you do something on your car, okay, you want to show it to the people. You don't want to keep it to your garage, okay. I went to a lot of meets. I remember now because I won about 6 or 7 trophies, all first, and first. Okay, all first, and I was super excited because when I'm getting motivated for something that I did, it was not about you getting money out of something. You're just spending money, and you're getting recognized, you're getting fame, and you're like some. When I used to drive my car on the roads, people turn around and see what car it is. Okay, and they're like, "Oh, look at that!" And kids and even adults, they're like taking pictures. I was like super excited. I was like, okay, so this is something that I really wanted. Maybe I wanted, or maybe I didn't even intend, but I'm still getting it. I was happy. I was super happy. There was a company back in US. I was scrolling through Instagram, and I saw something that illuminates. So they back then they used to make only written like Mustang or Dodge or Challenger or whatever. It's RGB colors. So they used to do the names only. There was no logos, nothing. So I got in contact with them, and I'm like, I need something designed as a logo. It's a custom design. Okay, they're like, interesting. Let's see how. They worked out. They sent me a sketch, and we were literally communicating through emails and all. So it was like a serious thing going on because I was serious about it. They are like, okay, we can design this and this, and this is what it will cost. It was pretty expensive because nobody had it. I was the first one to initiate this kind of idea, and then I was like, okay, I'll go for it. I was like, it's expensive, but okay, I'll go for it. It's one time, okay. The item came to me, the product. We did the installation. It was not that good, okay, because according to the design, the backlight was not very much visible. So I sent him a picture, and I'm like, dude, this is what it is. I'm not super happy. So the company was really professional. They said, okay, we'll design another one for you, and they did it free of cost. They designed a better one because of the issues that I was following. They considered all of them, and they designed a new one. The new one was perfect one. They sent me with a perfect outline, which properly illuminates, and it was a Batman logo. Pretty simple, man. If you're driving a Dodge, any sporty car, for sure you will look for people around. It's like something. If you're driving around and you see another car of the same brand, you'll be like, oh, my brother. Okay, Challenger passes by me. I'm like, man, that's my brother. I used to drive with all my modifications and all. Not a lot of them, but when I just started, I used to look for clubs. It was not basically looking for a club, looking for like in a Facebook, looking for UAE Dodge or Dodge in UAE. So there were communities. There were small communities like. And I came across with one of the community that was there were four guys, and that was basically not UAE Dodge Club. That was some other club that was formed by one of the local guy, and he and amongst his personal friends, they form a community, small community. So I joined the community, and I attended a couple of car meets. I was I was like, oh, okay, this is good. It looks good because same cars are driving the same destination, and we stop by somewhere, we take pictures and all. I was super happy. I was kind of excited because something good was happening. Uh, After that, because that group was not very active, because everyone was working, and even with me, I was working, but it was not very active according to the passion, that because the car was new and passion was new. So I was like, okay, we should meet up more, and more cars should be there. And then the community was actually growing. So the local guy, he left, he dissolved the group, and he was like, we will not do it anymore. And then me, George, we met in the same club, the previous one, and then we formed a new club. Okay. So this club was supported by trading enterprises, and then we had some support from Dodge Middle East. So it was like official UAE Dodge Club. That's how the Dodge Club was formed. I was one of the admin back then. George was actually the founder because he initiated and all. So it was a fun days back then. That's how we formed. Well, when I was driving Mazda 929, I think that time was good. Manual, no headache, fuel it up for 5 or 10 dirhams. It was enough. Yeah, with my friends, nobody used to drive back then. I was the first one to drive, luckily, and everyone was in my car. We shared, one meal, or whatever it is, even if it's a Pepsi, we share it amongst each other. I mean, there was a kind of we were very close to each other. Now everyone is working, although we changed the time. I mean, the time has changed from 9 to 9 to Dodge now. Okay, the time is changed. I drive alone now, mostly. Even if we meet as a friends, everyone comes by their own car. I mean, we meet for some time and then we get back. Back then, when I was in hatchback 929, I used to open, the boot. My friends used to get in like it was like goats and rabbits. Everyone was in packed, and my car was something like this. But it was fun. It was fun because everyone knows that I have to drop each and everyone home. Okay, bye, tata, see you. I'll come tomorrow this time. I'll pick you up. And we used to plan some more fun then. But now we say time, and then we reach on our own cars. Pros and cons. I mean, there are positives and there are negatives. But I really remember those days. Those days were fun.